Welcome back to another episode of Carolina Kayak Adventures, brought to you by Eastern Outfitters, where you can find all of the name brand gear that you love to use, and also by 70 West Builders. This is a builder that we know and trust. Look at that flounder go. Oh yeah. Such a pretty fish. Oh, look at it. Oh no. There it is. Yeah. Come on, get that thing in the boat. Yeah, baby. Ready? Yeah. All right, so check this out. We have, actually Kurt came up with this idea, and I think it's a good idea to do a video about how long it takes you to get ready to go fishing.
Yeah.
So the idea is this, and I know that it was like this when I first started fishing out of a kayak. I went from fishing in a boat to fishing in a kayak, and I pretty much thought all the things I had in my boat I needed to also have in my kayak, right?
Right.
And so my kayak wasn't set up like that. I had to modify it, do a lot of crazy things. But after about 4 months with my kayak, it was crazy. The amount of stuff I had on my kayak, first of all, and how long it took me to get prepared to go fishing. You know, how long it actually took from sitting on the couch to like my truck rolling down the road, because of all the things I had to try to remember and load, and how I did, and you know, and it took quite a while. How about you? Same?
Yeah, absolutely. I had the benefit of learning from him and seeing what that kayak looked like, and, and now knowing sometimes less is more. Yeah. So we learned.
Yeah, that's it. And so what we want to do a video about today, we want to show you how we set our kayak up at the house. You know, after we come in, we clean everything up, let it sit for a day and dry or whatever. And then during the week, you know, when I walk by, as my kayak's sitting in the garage, as I walk by, I'll kind of put some stuff back together so that when I'm ready to go fishing the next time, it's ready for me to go fishing. So what we want to do is we're gonna time how long it takes from the time we say, let's go now, let's go fishing. How long does it take to get that truck rolling? So I'm not gonna run, I'm not gonna rush, I'm not gonna do anything crazy, but I'm gonna show you exactly how long it takes. And I want you to think about that for a second. How long does it actually take when you say, okay, let's go, and you get up and you go get ready and you get your stuff and you start loading your truck? How long does it actually take you to get your truck loaded? And that's what we want to show today.
Because the big thing is, if it takes you an hour to get ready, that means when you have 3 hours to go fishing, that you're less likely to even go, because you're like, man, I've got an hour to load. It's going to take me time to get there. Once I get in the water, I'm only going to have an hour.
Right.
You know, you're more likely to go fishing and actually get out there if it takes you 7 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes, whatever it is. Anything better than 30 minutes. I think if it's taking you 30 minutes to get loaded, it's too much.
That's a long time.
Yeah. So,
which I think a lot of guys are gonna think, holy cow, 30 minutes, like I can't break that time at all.
Yeah.
You know? So in this video we can see.
That's it. All right, so we're gonna go out here, we're gonna start in the garage, and we're gonna time it and show you exactly how long it takes. So stay tuned. Okay, so here we go. We're ready to go do this. We're going to show you. We're hanging out in the garage, and we decide it's time to go fishing. So we're going to time this for you. Hopefully, Kurt's got the timer kind of where you can see it. We're going to keep that in the view. Don't be distracted by it. But we want you to see that we're going to be legit with this and show you what we're going to do. So whenever you're ready, you tell me to start, and I'll say, let's go fishing.
Start.
All right, let's go fishing. So the first thing I'm going to do, I always have my truck bed extender set up right here, and I'll be honest with you, you can tell I didn't prep because I really don't have my truck set up quite like I like it when I'm going to load my kayak. Man, tell I've done that a couple times. I went right in. Ready? This is something that's kind of new that I just started doing recently. I made a little cart for myself. You don't have to have it perfect, lined up or whatever. All this is going to do is let me get my kayak into the truck. That's it. That's out of the way. Now I usually put my straps on. Couple of straps. This is one of those places where you could probably save a little time and not use as many straps as I do. I use 2 straps. That's totally up to the individual, I would say. What are you comfortable with? What do you feel good about? Personally, I like using 2 straps just because, oh, and look, I'm gonna totally mess my time up because I let it come undone. So even still, we'll see what the time winds up being. I'm not rushing, because the one thing I don't want to do is forget my stuff. You know what I'm saying? It sucks. Like you get down the road and you're like, oh, I left my glasses on the back of my truck. I hate it when that happens.
Done that.
Keep my boots on there so I don't forget. I hate that. That's kind of a wintertime thing. That's adding a little bit to the wintertime situation. So you can see, like right now, the way this time is, I would actually be doing something else. But I'm fighting my straps, so however long that adds, it is what it is, ain't it?
That's it. You're still only at 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Think about that.
And I'm still not like running. I don't like leaving that out. Okay, so today I'm gonna try for redfish and trout. So I'm gonna get a trout rod, I'm gonna get a top water, and good old trusty, the Tsunami Shield. Shield will load up, and a bunch of cord. El Presidente, bungee cord, top water, and I'm loaded. Now check this out. I'm gonna take 1 second. I want to show you and make sure I got everything. Right here, I got my paddle, my net, my measuring board, fish grips, my peg, seat, my life jacket is in here, all my tackle and tackle box. I got live gear and I got an anchor right there. I am officially ready to go. So I'm gonna walk around the truck.
He's got keys in his pocket.
Is that cheating? Have my keys in my pocket?
We'll take off a second.
Okay, so we did that, and Kurt said that I finished somewhere around 5 minutes. All right, so that was 5 minutes from we decided to go fishing, and I started. I started in the garage. If you started in the kitchen, you got 10 more seconds. Okay, or in the living room, wherever it is. I'm hanging out in my garage and decided to go fishing. So in 5 minutes, I went from sitting here at the house to loaded and ready to go. So let's talk for a second about why. The reason that it only took me 5 minutes, and what I believe is the fact that this is where I stow and keep everything pretty much that I'm using on my kayak except for my fishing rods. You can, if you want to, you can kind of go up and kind of get an angle down on it, you know, show kind of down on it. I keep my paddles, and I cover my paddle, I cover up my net with my paddles, and I tuck them just a little bit barely under my seat right here. Underneath both of those, I keep this peg right here. And then underneath all of that, I have my measuring board also. So, you know, used to, I actually had a place in my garage where I hung all of this stuff up, and I started thinking, like, why am I taking the time? I still take it out of my kayak to wash it off. So when I come back, I'll stand all my stuff up, I'll rinse everything off, and then when I'm finished rinsing it off, used to, I would hang it on my wall, and it was real pretty and neat and straight how I had it, and it had to be a certain way. And I was real funny about that, and I thought I want it like this so it's quicker to go when I'm ready to go. And then I don't know, I just started thinking, like, why am I taking all of this stuff out of my kayak? There's not a reason to do that. So now after I wash all my stuff, I let it sit out there and kind of drip dry, and then I put it back in my kayak. The same way it's going to travel down the road. And you'll notice if you look right here, as I'm traveling down the road, I already undid one of my straps, but when I'm traveling down the road, I've got one strap coming across right here that's right over the top of all of this, and then I have another strap that's right over here going over top of all the rest of this. So it's highly unlikely for any of this stuff to bounce out of my kayak going down the road. I'm not popping wheelies or anything, so it's not a problem. So this is how I keep my fishing gear. This is how I maintain it all the time. This is how my kayak sits in my garage. And then my rods and reels, I have a place where I keep all my rods and reels, and you know, that's just one more trip. So that's pretty much all it takes. The only other thing would be something like if I were going to load a cooler, all right, if I were going to have food and drinks and things like that, sure, that might add a little bit of time. But again, I still only have 5 minutes of prep time. So that's the idea, is having the kayak prepped and how you stow and keep your kayak in a manner that's similar to how you're going to travel down the road with it. And you can look down my kayak, you can see everything I have is strapped down. I don't want anything to fall off in the water the same way I don't want it to fall off going down the road. So everything is always strapped down. Everything on my entire kayak. This is exactly how I fish when I'm in the water. So if it's not going to fall off turning upside down in the waves, it's not going to fall out or fall out, you know, as we're going down the highway. And I've gone 80 miles an hour down the interstate set up just like this. Never had any problems with that. So that's the idea. It's all in your prep work. It's all in how you're maintaining your stuff, how you're keeping it set up, and practice. That's the other part. Practice. Get out there and fish. Go do this. Get up off the couch and go do something. Thank you guys. We appreciate you as always tuning in. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. We appreciate all the support that you guys give us. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoy this channel. God bless you.